Folks, bear with me. I'm just setting up for a live broadcast here. Okay, we are live, everyone. This is Marty Bostic. I am going to be doing a live broadcast today demonstrating how to take old content, old blog content, or maybe articles that you have created out there somewhere, and turning them into videos in just a matter of minutes. Doing it very easily with just a maybe 5 or 10 minutes of your time, depending on how elaborate you want your videos to be. So I am going to go ahead and do a little bit of housekeeping real quickly. If you are on Facebook Live and you're looking at this, I'm also restreaming this broadcast to YouTube Live, Periscope, Hitbox, Twitch, and a handful of other networks at the same time. So I will not be looking at all the comments. I will try and browse at comments on Periscope from time to time and on Facebook, but for the most part, just hang in there with me, and I will have this available for replay, so you can go back and watch it at your leisure. I am going to dive right into it. I am leveraging a piece of software called Content Samurai. I've been using Content Samurai for a couple years now, and the same guys that make Noble Samurai, the same guys that make the Market Samurai, Scarcity Samurai, and some of the other tools out there that have been pretty stable and strong tools for years. They created a video creation platform in the cloud. It works using Google Chrome, and you don't need to install any kind of software. So whether you're on a Mac, a Linux, or a Windows PC, you just log in with your Chrome browser. You can access Content Samurai and start creating videos. So we're gonna jump right in, guys. I have in front of me an old blog post I did back in July 2nd on fmgplan.com. And this particular blog post is 7 tips for connecting with niche influencers. Well, it got a little bit of action, but it's kind of old, outdated uh, look and feel on the blog post, but the content's still relevant, and it talks about uh, how to engage niche influencers. So what I'm actually going to do is take the 7 tips that are inside of here, and I'm going to make a video out of it. I'm going to do it in just a couple of minutes. I'm going to show you how to do this. So I'm going to jump over to Content Samurai. We're going to go ahead and give this a title. We'll call it 7 tips for connecting with niche influencers. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. And I'm going to jump over to Content Samurai, which I'm logged in right now. I created a folder for it called Content Repurposing. And we are going to jump right in here and create a new video. I'm literally going to give it that title. I'm just going to take that and drop it in there. Then the software is intelligent enough to understand paragraph breaks and paragraph marks to separate the slides. So I am literally going to take the first paragraph here, and I'm going to jump back over to Content Samurai. I'm going to paste it in there. Then I'm going to come back to my article, and I'm going to come down here to my 7 tips. And I'm literally just going to take these, go all the way to the bottom of the article. I'm going to jump back over to Content Samurai and paste that in there. And everything is in there currently. So we may have to tweak it just a little bit. I'm just looking to make sure everything looks good from the paste, and it does. And notice it's set to automatically create slides. You can manually do this if you want, but we're just going to say create slides for your video. Excuse me while I take a drink. Okay, inside the interface, it's got everything broken up, and we're going to go pick a theme. So you notice over here you could choose another theme very easily for your video. You could even choose industry specific themes. So maybe, well, actually, here's a Christmas one. That's kind of neat. They just came out with that. So they're always adding new ones, they're always putting things in there. But maybe you're working in a health and beauty niche, or you're working in a motivational, inspirational themes. You could very easily just select one of those themes and change it out. So we're going to use the digital marketing theme for today. So let's just kind of browse through this, see what it looks like. Looks pretty good, so I'm going to show you how this works here. So at the beginning of this, we're going to come over here, and we're going to actually put that title for our blog post in here as a key slide. So I'm going to insert a slide just above here, and we'll call this 7 tips for connecting with niche influencers. Okay, so I'm actually going to highlight this and use some action words. So I like to use good trigger words, action words, and highlight those, and I just make that bold and make those stand out a little bit. So there's my first slide, and I would actually like to put that right there like so. Now the next thing I'm going to do is go to the following slide and look through it. I'm just kind of looking for formatting. I'm looking for layout to make sure everything showed up as it should. Maybe I'll come over here and make a few more action words. Know your niche would be a good one. So we're going to highlight the keyword buying. So all I'm doing is just going through here real quickly and highlighting things that are of interest to me. Let's see what else we got here. Use follow as an action keyword. Your niche, or niche, however you would like to pronounce it. So then we're just going to keep scrolling through here real quickly, looking at our video. And that's good enough. I mean, you get the idea for what I'm doing here. So basically, I took a blog post, an old blog post, I repurposed it, I put it into Content Samurai to create my video. It separated all my slides out the way I wanted them. If I wanted to, I could actually come up here and decide, you know what, I really want to throw an image in here somewhere. I can change the layouts. Let's see what we got here. Which one would be good for an image? So let's use network inside of here. So I'm actually going to take this slide. I'm going to come over here to layout, and I'm going to put the text on the right. Okay. Then I'm going to come over here to images and use the royalty-free image library and search for network. And what it'll do is it will show that base. I'm actually going to drop that image in there. That'll work. Decent one for network. So I'm actually going to highlight network as an action word, make that bold. Let's see what else we got. Let's see if wheelhouse by chance shows up as a keyword here. Not exactly what I was looking for, but that's okay. So you get the idea there. I'm going to go ahead and move on and show you what we're going to do. Now that we've done that, we're going to come all the way to the bottom of our video. So there's all our slides, and we're now going to add a voice track to our video. But you don't have to record a voice track if you don't want to. Now, the advantage of Content Samurai doing voice tracks is it lets you record, and you'll notice my microphone's active over here. If I record a slide and I put my audio in there, I just read through here, stop the recording, and click next, and it'll give me the next block of text. And as I go through there reading that, what will happen is it will take all my audio, put it together, and time it perfectly in the slides. But in this case, I'm just going to skip doing a voice track altogether. I could upload one pre-recorded if I wanted, but for the simplicity of this, we're just going to preview it, and we're going to add a background music track. So I just click on preview. And again, this is all cloud-based, so it's got a lot of really fast servers out there in the cloud that it can make this stuff process quickly. So now it's setting up the timing. And interesting, there's a Christmas Wonderland. Let's see what that sounds like. Kind of lame. We're going to skip that one. So I'm going to come down here to something relatively simple. That'll work. So I'm going to go select my background music track that I want. Now, if there was an audio track where I'd done a voiceover, I could very easily adjust the voice track and the background music track, but I'm just going to leave the default volume level there. You can also upload your own music from your own library if you choose. Now that I've done that and I do a preview, it's not going to let me hear the background music track right up front, but it's going to go through the slides, and I'm just kind of scanning through here to make sure that's the way I want it. Jay Soapbox or Jai Soapbox on Periscope, thank you for inviting your followers and the hearts. I do appreciate it. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and say looks good and continue. Now notice that it puts the Creative Commons license information in here. So if you've ever posted videos to YouTube or you've put content somewhere, if you use the Creative Contents or Creative Commons license and you've used images from elsewhere, you need to show the attribution of where you got those images and that you have permission. Well, one of the things that Content Samurai does is it will actually let you generate this on the fly from any images that you used, and it will show you where it got them from. Okay, so that's all you got to do to keep your videos from getting yanked off of YouTube. So literally, I'm just going to click on Generate Video. And what will happen here is it will prepare the audio, generate all the slides, encode it, save it to the cloud in my folder that I had created, and then I can just download the video and reuse it. Now, at this point, I really have some great content to work with off of old content that I had already written. I've got years worth of content that I've written through articles. I may very well have access to a PLR article library that I could go take an article that I have the ability to reuse, take that article, paste it in there, maybe wordsmith it a little bit, spit out a video, and now I'm ready to do some marketing. I'm ready to put this out here and make it available to others. So this takes just a couple of minutes to generate depending on the length of your video and how many slides that it has to put together. But I'm going to go ahead and go through a few examples of where this might be applicable to you. So if you've got content already on a website and you're trying to drive traffic back to a website, maybe you take that same piece of content, go create a video from it, and in the link in the description in the video on YouTube or maybe on Facebook, you drive the traffic from that link back to the core article where the content came from. So maybe you have upsells or you have call to action areas, or you have mailing list subscription opt-in boxes that show up, or a lead magnet somewhere. Then you're driving that traffic back using video. Video is one of the most powerful tools out there today, and it's been around for a while. It's changed faces a good bit, but the big players out there, the YouTubes of the world, the Daily Motions of Vimeos, they're all extremely powerful. Facebook video is extremely powerful, and in the end, that video is going to help drive traffic for you. Okay, and then you could also go out and do some social bookmarking in the video when you put it out there on some of the sites. So you build social signals, social links that come back to your video content, which ultimately strengthen the link of the website that you're driving traffic to. So if you're not familiar with building backlinks, or you don't really understand how the power of SEO and social signals and backlinks work, imagine several pieces of video content sitting in different places that have descriptions in them with links back to your website. And then you go off to social bookmarking sites like Delicious.com or Dig.com or some of the others, or Reddit even, and you highlight that content back to the video post that you created. Well, all of those social bookmarking sites love video. They love to show video off and allow people to bookmark it and reshare it. So imagine that one piece of content that you got sitting out there being used to come back to your core website link that was driven in the description of the video. Well, all those social sites that have high page rank and high influence come back to you in the end, and It helps build up the popularity and the domain authority of the link that you sent them to. Now, maybe you don't have a blog, maybe you don't have a website, maybe you're an affiliate marketer. Okay, um, you could take the same concept, take a review article, maybe you outsource the review article, maybe you don't know how to write articles well yourself. There's plenty of places like Text Broker or Fiverr. You could go off and have someone write you a 400 or 500 word article. Once they write the article, then you take the article, put it into Content Samurai, and poof, you've got a video. And I'm going to show you something really slick here in just a minute when this finishes generating, where all we have to do is go back to our project, clone it off, make another version of it, and literally without having to do anything else, we could just choose a new theme, and we've now recolored the entire video with a different theme color and setting. So once we've done that, we could create new variations of our video that don't look the same. Okay, and then we could go out and take that video and a version of that video and another version of that video and put them in different places so they look unique. So you get the idea there. It's a very powerful tool. So they must be busy generating a lot of videos right now since it is in the cloud. Sometimes this goes really quick, sometimes it's a little bit slower, but it's still a lot quicker than you trying to spit this out with tools you're using on your desktop. And you also don't have software on your desktop that reformats paragraphs, recognizes the types of text that you have out there, and creates video slides for you automatically. So very powerful tool. Anybody, I'm going to go ahead and look for questions here. I see we got a few Periscope followers. I'm not looking at the Facebook profile at the moment. If anyone has any questions or comments, feel free to drop them in the box there, and I will try and answer them while I'm waiting on this. Nope, nothing yet. Okay, we'll give it a couple of minutes here. And it looks like our video is almost finished. I can't tell you how many miles of progress bars I've watched over the years. It's pretty crazy. Now, one other thing to think about is actually taking one of these videos or I'm sorry, taking one of these articles that you repurpose, maybe making an ebook out of it as well. Okay, if it was a long enough article, you can make a lead magnet out of it. I know I've seen the designer tool. I actually bought it the other day, the designer tool for creating ebooks from existing content. There's another way to reuse content, but imagine taking one old piece of content, turning it into a video, turning it into an ebook, a lead magnet, any number of things you can do with it. But the idea is to take content that you already have. Don't spend a ton of time creating new content. Just take the content you got and make it shine. Go ahead and do stuff with it. All right, so this is in the final phase of generating here. While we're waiting on that, if you'll notice at the bottom of this broadcast window, I have I set up a text message keyword with my mobile marketing platform. Set the keyword as videos. So if you'd like to get Content Samurai, you'd like to get access to it, I've put a discount link in there if you're interested in it. Feel free to text videos to 205-518-9482. You'll automatically get a response with the link to Content Samurai, but you'll also get on my list where I can keep you notified of other broadcasts that I'm doing, other tips and advice and training videos like these. Okay, so our video's done, guys. So we're going to go ahead and download the video. I'm going to go stick it in a location. Let's see. I'm actually working on my Broadcast Dominator product launch right now, so I'm just going to drop it in there. Okay. So it's a 12 meg video. I just dropped it in there. Let's take a look at it and see what it looks like. So what should happen here in just a moment is the video file should open. We should be able to see it. Did I let it finish downloading? Yes, I did. And there it is. So you just let it play through, and it makes an attempt actually to time the slides for the audio so that the impulse of the audio and the different beat changes, it will time those. You can also manually adjust that if you want to. But very quickly, we made a video out of old blog content. Okay, I'm just going to kind of jump to the end. It'll get to the end of the video, it'll phase out and fade out the audio, and in perfectly. And it's done. Okay, there it is. Now, as promised, I'm going to show you real quickly how to make another version of this. We're going to go back to my videos. Here's the one we created. I'm going to click the clone button. We've just cloned the video. Now we're not going to change the script. We're going to leave everything the same. It even gives us a caution down at the bottom. Making changes to it may impact the slide formatting. I am literally just going to click on slides and pick a different theme. So now I'm going to come through here and pick, let's use the black theme. Okay. Next thing you do is I come down here, I'm going to skip doing a voice track. I preview my video. I would pick a different music background track for this version of it, and I would go back through the same thing again and have it generate another copy of my video. And then what happens is, within just a few more minutes, I then have another unique version of my video, all from the same piece of content. So you guys get the general idea here. Content Samurai, I believe I have the subscription discount set for you guys. Let me see what I have it set at the moment. Because I sell it so frequently, I do get discounts from time to time. Let me see what this one is set at the moment. Yeah, I've got it knocked down to $47 a month for you. So as long as you keep that $47 a month subscription going, you get access to everything I just showed you. There's no limit to how many videos you can create. There are no limits, period. So as long as you're paying for that, you get access to the cloud service for it. You set everything up, you can work with it, and you don't have to know how to create videos. All you got to do is copy and paste content, make it look the way you want, spit it out, and you're ready to go. So I hope this has been informative. It's run about 21 minutes long on the broadcast here, a little bit longer than I had planned, but feel free to go take the free trial. Come out here, again, go text the keyword videos to 205-518-9482, the link at the bottom down here, if you'll notice. Just go ahead and do that. Get yourself on the text message list. Get your discount link for it. Go play around with Content Samurai and see what you think. If you got any questions, you can always reach me. You can find me all over the place. So feel free to reach me on Facebook or Periscope or Twitter. I'm very active on Twitter, FMG Plan. Okay, Freelance Marketing Group. So it's FMG Plan. You can go find me on Twitter, and I'll be glad to communicate with you. So I hope this has been helpful. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.